This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now Gino on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Seahawks are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Smith on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On the move to his left. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
7-7, our score after 1.
19 tight, 19.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
18
After the interception, here's Smith. Steps away. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Smith sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And that is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 72 yards.
And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Smith.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Smith now to throw.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Smith rolling to his left. Man open, it's Goodwin.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass complete to Bird out right here. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Touchdown, Falcons! Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they both...
Here's a diving catch right side. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Out of the gun, Smith. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime in trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans.
He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Hey, go Fury. Strike it. Hey, go steal. Hey, go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Gino, rolling to his right. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's complete to Lockett.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. From the red zone now, Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
Touchdown!
Kenneth Walker
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6.
Throwing is Smith.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 25-yard line. Flush to his right. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
4 yards remain for second down. On second down, a run with Patterson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, Patterson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Second and 6. Straight ahead, Patterson.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Patterson running between the tackles. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Striker. Hey, go steal.
One more time with Patterson.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie, before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure when it works, I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put it work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they call respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a type of feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldiers, soldiers. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave 'em floppy, taste naughty. Talking all aki, thinky deep poppy, then I'll chop 'em down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no different. Fourth and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Willis will look to throw it.
That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
They go play action with Willis.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Willis on 3rd down. That's complete to Westbrook-Akine. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Steps away to his left. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it second and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Now Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tonyan.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Willis with it on 3rd and 1.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Woods. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Willis on 3rd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Malik Willis.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans have taken the lead.
Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers?
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Giving it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the 44, Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, Dillon.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Dancing to his left. It's caught by Hooper. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
3rd down, it's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line.
Fourth down, Willis.
That's to his running back, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Haskins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
Now they send a man in motion right.
Here's Willis.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
Able to find Jones.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 3rd down, turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Rodgers.
Watson making the catch. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Rodgers.
To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Henry again on 2nd down.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't. And at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So they didn't lose anything. But you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Willis with a first throw in overtime.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Now Willis.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, CD, they went with the aggressive play call, taking a shot downfield here on the first drive of overtime. Unfortunately for them, it backfires with the interception.
Yes, that aggressiveness sometimes comes with a price tag, doesn't it? You take the big shot downfield, trying to end the game right here, but they were ready for it, made the play, and now they have their opportunity to come down and kick a field goal and get this one over with. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, it's Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, take 26.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, certainly this defense knew that a field goal would beat them, and in this football game, they came up with a gigantic interception right there, CD.
Maybe not a surprise to either one of us, because both of these defenses have been dominant throughout this game. Right now, if you're playing on offense, you're just hoping that they make a mistake on the other side and you can capitalize on it, because making headway has been really difficult all game long.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Running left, it's Henry.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Titans, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can next double me, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been moving like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work. You can see my fingernails hurt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it. I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped. I'm just tapped in, hungry like a bastard. I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score. Give it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor. In the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried 'cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a Tempur-Pedic to bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face Nazi. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me, it's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his